Hello everyone, this is Jennifer Sinceri, and I am going live this evening to share with you a little bit. I didn't get to go live on Friday, and I told you I would be here today. And I'm here, but I am quite later than I had hoped, but that's okay. So if you don't get to join in on the live, that's fine. That's why we do these, so that they are recorded and you can watch the replay. Now, do remember that Facebook has changed their policies, so videos are only staying on Facebook now for 30 days. So all of my videos are uploaded to my YouTube channel, and so you'll want to make sure that you follow me here on Facebook, but then you also want to follow me on YouTube. All right, so that way you will get to see all of my videos. All right, so we have a couple things happening right now. We have one more week in June, and that means that there's one more week for our sweet sale. So that means that all of the sweet products, sweets themselves or products within the sweet, is buy one, get one half off. And also we have an updated last chance list. So there are new items that are discounted. They are while supplies last, and once our stock runs out, they are gone. They are discontinued. So there are items that are up to 60% off right now. There's also the virtual scrapbooking retreat, which is coming in July, and there's product that you purchase for that. It's a 3-day event. You are paying for the event, where you will go on a private platform and watch demonstrations, and you're paying for the product that you will use to make 12 two-sided layouts. So that's pretty amazing as well. If you're a demonstrator and you're watching, we have pre-orders happening right now. So that means next month, customers will have some new online exclusives. And I'm going to share some of that with you tonight. All right. So first of all, if you don't follow my Facebook page, you'll want to make sure to click that like button. You'll want to do that so that you get notifications every time I go live. Also, if you don't have our current annual catalog, this went live in May, please reach out to me if you don't already have a demonstrator, and I will get that to you. I just ask that you place an order once within the year. I will tell you that I am very, very close. I'm so close to achieving the next incentive trip, which is an Alaskan cruise. So every order that you place from now to September is going to help me reach that goal. And I'm so close, you guys. I really would appreciate your orders because they will help make a difference. So tonight we are going to play with the latest paper pumpkin kit. Now, I haven't demonstrated a paper pumpkin kit in a while. This was the June kit. That means if you're not a subscriber, you cannot get this kit unless demonstrators have ordered extras. Now, I do have 4 extra kits, so those are available to whoever contacts me first. If you love what you see tonight and wish you had subscribed, I do have 4 kits available. If you see how much fun this is, you're going to want to subscribe because these are going to be the next 3 kits. All right. So July's kit is called Sweeter With You, and it's going to make 8 cards. There are 4 designs. You're going to get 2 of each. It's going to have pre-cut paper pieces and vellum accents, hand-painted card-based designs. So it looks super cute. The August one, they're not showing us cards, but what they do say, it's called Farmhouse Florals. And it says that there's an additional stamp set included. So there will be 2 stamp sets in this kit. I'm seeing flowers, and I'm seeing a teapot, and then some sentiments. And then we don't know what the other stamp set looks like. But it says it makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, pre-cut paper pieces and linen thread, sentiment stamps for the outside and inside. And then the September kit, I'm really, really excited about. I'm going to hold this up closer so you can see there's some fall images there, okay? I won paper on the incentive trip to Orlando that will coordinate with this kit. There are 2 stamp sets and note cards and envelopes and DSP that are all going to coordinate with this kit. And it's called Fall for Toil, and it's going to make 9 cards, 3 of 3 designs. It has elegant cards with metallic foil and rich autumnal imagery, gloss grain, ribbon trim, pre-cut paper pieces, printed sentiment labels. All right, so in here it tells you the suite that it's going to coordinate with. So these are the next 3 kits that are coming, July, August, and September. Paper Pumpkin works that you make a subscription and you can either buy 3 months in advance, 6 months in advance, or a whole year in advance. You can do it that way. You pay all at once. Or you can pay monthly, which is what I do. So I get billed every month. It's $27 plus tax. I'm going to show you everything that's included. It is a great value for what you're getting. And it's affordable. I think it's affordable. It's one of the most affordable things. You get this kit, you get to make projects, and everything's included. You don't have to put it all together yourself. Excuse me, I had to take some water. So the shipping's already included in the price. And so it is affordable. You can pay as you go. You just make an account, you subscribe. They bill you on the 11th, I believe, of every month. If there's a particular kit that you're not so sure that you're going to like, you can go into your account and you can what we call suspend it. And that means it will skip that month. And then after the billing is finished, then you are reactivated and you'll get the following month when the time comes. So if you decide that's the way you go, great. Some of you might try it out and say, this just isn't for me. And you can cancel your subscription. It's actually very easy. I love Paper Pumpkin. I have been subscribing ever since I've been a demonstrator, really. And what I love, I actually challenge myself to make alternative designs. So these are the 3 designs for this kit. This particular kit makes 9 cards. Now I want you to look at that very carefully because as I said, there are products that coordinate with this kit. Who wants to see sneak peeks? So as a demonstrator, we are able to pre-order products. We can order products a month before customers do. That is one of the perks about being a demonstrator. So this pack of paper coordinates with this kit. So if you're a demonstrator, you've already been able to get your hands on this. Plus, you could buy the suite and get another suite at half off. You could have purchased the whole suite and gotten another suite half off with the suite sale that's happening this month. This is called Floral Charm. So let me just show you this paper because it is absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, this is one of our card bases. Look at how it coordinates with that. So the colors are just so beautiful. This is Pretty Peacock, and it has some leaves on there. Okay. Then we have, I think this is Petunia Pop. Let me look real quick. No, Berry Burst. Berry Burst. That's pretty, with some early espresso. Okay, and then you have a wash on that side of Berry Burst. Okay, and then this actually matches one of the die cuts. Look at that. That's one of our die cuts from this kit, and it totally coordinates with this paper. So this is Night of Navy, Timid Tiger, and Mossy Meadow. And I think there's even some Cajun Craze in here. Ooh, that's lovely. That's really pretty. I'm going to put that right here. And then we've got this pretty page and some mossy meadow. Oops. I'm going to move these over so you can see them all in just a minute. If I can get this to work, let me move this over like that. And then we have Night of Navy with some flowers and leaves. And then look at this beautiful page. I know I'm definitely going to be ordering a lot of this paper. And then we have Blackberry Bliss, which looks a lot like this page here in Pretty Peacock. And then look at these flowers. Those look like chrysanthemums. This is gorgeous paper. And this is coming in July. All right, so look at all of that. This will come to you in July. If you decide that you just can't wait and you want this paper now, you can purchase the starter kit. And you'll pay $99 and you get to pick out $125 worth of product. Plus have free shipping. Plus you get a free paper pumpkin kit. All right, now there's a bundle that comes with this. So we have a stamp set. And these are the flowers in some of the paper. And you can see that they actually match the flowers from this paper pumpkin kit, which is really cool. This says, "Happy birthday, can't wait to see you again. You made my day. Hey, thanks for being you." So that's awesome. When refills, if they become available for this paper pumpkin kit, you can order refills and use all of these products to make alternative designs. That's what I love to do, is I love to see how many cards I can stretch out of one paper pumpkin kit. I love to do that. Now there are dies that complement this suite, or bundle I should say. So we have some bonus flowers and leaves, and then we have ones that apparently cut out the stamps. Okay, and then we always have extras in a suite. So there are some embellishments, and these have a nice sparkle to them. Night of Navy, Berry Burst, and that looks like petal pink. Those are nice. And then we've got a really cool ribbon. This is something different that we haven't had in a while. Let me take this off. So like I said, all of these products that you're getting a sneak peek right now, they're going to be available to customers in July. They're going to be online exclusives. But if you're a demonstrator, you can order them now as a pre-order. And like I said, if you can't wait, you can purchase the starter kit and get these now. You don't have to wait. Okay, let's talk about the paper pumpkin kit. So paper pumpkin always comes with an ink spot. So the ink spot is Pretty Peacock. It comes with an exclusive stamp set. So you're getting, and this shows you, this is the printout that comes with it, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stamps in this set. Okay, so 8 photopolymer stamps. So we have ink and stamps right there. Then we get a roll of tear and tape. They give you some Stampin' Dimensionals, enough to make the projects. They give you glue dots. And they give you enough embellishments to make your projects. Okay? Then I've already pre-cut out all the die cuts to make the projects. Okay? So there's 3 of everything, because you have 3 designs and you're making 3 of each card. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. So we have lots of die cuts. We have shapes for our sentiments. And then let me show you the card bases. Okay, so these are the card bases. I've pulled one of each already to make our cards, but what I like to do is I like to cut them in half, and then I can get 2 card bases out of them, and I use some of my cardstock. So as you can see, there's gold foiling on these cards. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so you're getting 9 card bases. Then you're getting 9 envelopes, and the envelopes are always detailed. They coordinate. They're never just plain white envelopes. So I love that. Little extra touch. So it looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Let's make some of the cards. I want you to see how easy it is to make these cards. Okay, let's start with, I think we're going to go with this one. This one is very intriguing to me. So I put all of the pieces. Now, it does come with directions. So you can open this up and you can follow the directions. I don't know. I don't ever do that. I just look at the picture and I do it. Okay? So, we are going to stamp. So let me grab the stamp set, and we're going to use the flower. Okay. Now, when you order Paper Pumpkin the first time, you get a block. And then after that, you don't get blocks. So they're going to give you 1 block with your kit for the first time. And then you use that block for the rest of your kits. So it looks like I'm going to need to stamp this here underneath, and we're going to do another one. So I'm just kind of eyeballing where I want it to go. And I am not going to use my Stampin' Spot. I'm going to save that. I give those as prizes. So I'm just going to pull out my regular Pretty Peacock ink pad. And I'm going to stamp right onto my card base. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one here, it looks like. Maybe go out more like that. Okay. And then we are also going to stamp Miss You on this card. And we're going to do that on our circle. Now the circle has some detail on one side. All right. There we go. I'm going to close this up, or I'm just going to move it far, far away. Far, far away. All right, now, see how it shows a little bit? I think I want to stamp a little bit more. They showed 1, but I think I want it to show up a little bit more. So I'm going to put some over here. So I'm already going rogue, you guys. Let's see how that looks. And we'll put something there to cover it. And then I need to maybe put it a little bit more right here. I want it to show a little bit more. Okay. So you can see those, and I'm going to cover it up. Now, I'm thinking we're going to pop these up with some dimensionals. I'm going to use my dimensionals that are already started. Whoop. So today after church, we were setting up for Vacation Bible School. So Vacation Bible School for our church is next week, Monday through Friday, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're doing it in the evening. So we're serving dinner, and our hope is that more working families will be able to participate. And I'm super excited. Our theme is Arctic Expedition. So it's all snowflakes and polar bears and penguins, and it's going to be so much fun. And of course, yours truly is doing crafts for it. So I will be excited to get my dining table back. It has been taken over. Okay, I am going to open this because I think that will help me get up to the edge of the card. Okay, and then we have this die. That helps if I put it right there, or maybe I think we'll do that. Although this one was lower. I'm going to have to improvise because I want to cover up those. But I think if I put my die there, it does kind of help cover it up. And we'll just put this here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Oh, I just realized my adhesive is downstairs, so we're going to grab another one. My old snail here that I'm still nursing. And we're going to stick that about right there, I think. Okay. And I'm going to pop that up with a dimensional also. I just put some adhesive to have the die cut stick. Now I'm realizing this does not have any ribbon, and you know that I am definitely a ribbon lover. So I think I'm going to have to add some ribbon. All right, now they do have us using some embellishments, so we're going to sprinkle some of those. I like to do 3s, and if I add any ribbon, it's going to be probably over here. So let me do my ribbon first. I'm adding the ribbon. It's not part of the kit. So let me find a roll that will work. I don't want to use this because that's going to be a little bit too thick for what I want. So let me go grab a spool. And we have a lovely ribbon coming that has gold on it. It's gold and sheer. I'm going to try this one and see how this looks. And if I don't like it, I might try this one. We'll see. All right. It's got some gold in it. Oh, that's pretty. We'll do that. Okay. So I'm adding ribbon. It does not come with the kit. Okay. Making my bow. Everyone says, how do you make your bows so easy? I don't know. I've tied a lot of shoes. I was a preschool teacher for a long time, and I had to tie a lot of shoes. Plus, I pick ribbon that's easier to work with. I don't pick ribbon that's really thick and hard to manipulate. Okay. And you can always just kind of fiddle with it too to make it look the way you want it to. Now we're going to grab some glue dots, and I normally use larger glue dots. I save these for like linen thread, but we'll use them because I think my other glue dots are downstairs with my VBS stuff that I was doing. I guess we'll put it over here, and then we'll put, I like to do, let me see where I like to do triangles, maybe here on the leaf. Okay, let me grab some of these glue dots. Hi, Sherry. I am super late. You're not late. I'm late. I had every intention of being on earlier, and it just didn't happen. So I figured it's better that I just still come on and people can watch the replay. It's better than not coming on at all. I feel like that's a little bit too big, but oh well. So that is the first card, and I pretty much did it exactly the way it's supposed to be in the kit, except I added a bow. I think it's really pretty. I'm going to show you the picture one more time. This is Paper Pumpkin. It's June's kit, and that's the card, and there's mine. Okay, not too shabby. All right, I'm going to do this one next. All right. Now, this one says, let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate you. So, let me take off Miss You, and we're going to say, let's celebrate you. Could be a birthday card, I think. All right. And they have it going like a diamond in the picture. So that's what we're going to do. I like the stitching on the sentiment die cuts. I like that. All right, now there's another stamp here that's leaves, and they've stamped some of those on here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take off the flower that we used on the last card, and we're going to use the leaf. And I'm looking at the picture. I'm going to hold the picture up one more time. So that's stamped, and that's stamped. Okay, so I am going to do one. Let's make sure that's the opening. Yep. We're going to do one here. And then we're going to do one on the other side. Okay. Ooh, I'm just seeing you were walking the dog, Sherry. Good for you. I bet your doggie's happy. All right, now this is going to go here. That's going to go here. This guy is going to go something like that. And then we're going to pop our flower. I like it. You guys, I really like the designs in this kit. Sometimes I'm not real keen, and I make them different because I like that challenge. But I have to say, this kit in particular, I actually really like the designs. I think they're very attractive. Sherry, do you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin? I can't remember. I think Paper Pumpkin is such an affordable price point because you're getting stamps, ink, and all the consumables, and you're making 9 cards. That is actually pretty amazing. Pretty amazing price point. Now, if I was smart, I would have grabbed my silicone mat. But I was running late, so I didn't do that. I'm going to do it over here, kind of in the corner. This is my glass mat, which we sell. And it's washable. Oh my goodness gracious, I put it on the wrong side. But the nice thing is, that's okay as long as I can get it off, because now it's sticky on both sides. It's going to get hidden by my die, my sentiment. But I think, okay, phew, I was going to have to tear it. that's going to hide. You're not going to see that part, so it's okay. All right, now this is already raised, so we're going to put Stampin' Dimensionals here on this side, and then we're just going to put double-sided tape on this side because we want it to be even. Okay. I never follow the directions. I always do my own thing. I look at the pictures, and then if I like the design, I'll do at least one, but then I go rogue on the rest of them. That's really pretty, you guys. Really pretty. So now, you know me, I like my bows, so I think I'm going to try a bow on this. Let's see what it looks like. You know, if you had any, I might still have some, if you had any gold cord trim or gold trim, this retired, but that would be pretty. Let's try that. So this is a retired product. I apologize, but I'm thinking because it's thinner, it might be just what we need. So the way I use twine or linen thread, I use my 2 fingers, and I keep a little tail on this side, okay, so a little bit of a tail. Those are going to be the ends of our bow, and then I just wrap 1, 2, and so now I need a tail on the opposite side, right? So we're going to cut that, so I've got tails now on both sides. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to keep those and pinch them in the middle. Okay, those are my loops now. This is going to be a double bow. And then we're going to cut off another piece. And we're going to wrap it around if I can get my fingers to cooperate. So I'm going to hold down those ties. And I want to get this under the loops. Normally my loops are a little bit bigger, so there we go. So I'm holding down the loops and the ties so it doesn't get in the way, and I'm just going to pull that with my mouth. All right. And fix it so it's right in the middle. Pull it tight. If you want to double knot it, you can. Get that out of the way. They're a little squirrely because I just opened the roll. Oops. A little squirrely. All right, and then we're going to pull these guys down. That kind of helps. Pull them down. And then we're going to trim off the excess. And then we have a double bow. And I think that that looks great instead of a thicker ribbon. So I'm going to use some glue dots. And I just put it where the knots are. I would suggest, I gotta get in the camera view here, I would suggest using 2 just to make sure you've got good coverage. Okay, oop, I got stickies on my nail. And we're going to put this right here, right there. And then we're going to go in and we're going to add our embellishments. So let's do that. I always do a triangle with my embellishments. 1, 2, and then we need something over here. And put it right here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And there's our second card. I think that's really cute. And the only thing I did different was add a bow. Okay, next card. Last but not least. Okay. I'm looking at the picture and we've got some different leaves that we're going to stamp, and I'm looking. Yeah, just some different leaves, it looks like, and then we're going to say to a wonderful friend on this one. So let's pull off this guy. And I need, where does it say? This one. Get our leaf on our block, and then get our sentiment. And I'm using my glass mat to help me make sure that it is straight. Okay, kind of low, but that's all right. So let's stamp our sentiment. Now it's got, ooh, I got inky fingers. So when that happens, there's a couple things you can do. You can turn it over. I want to try and keep the pretty peacock, so I'm going to use an emery board. I'm just going to scrape that ink off if I can. This is my little tip when you get ink where you don't want it. You can use an emery board or a buffing stone, you know, the wedge or whatever they're called. All right, that wore down the fibers a little bit and just sanded them off. I can still faintly see it, but it's not too bad. All right, so let's stamp. I'm inking up to a wonderful friend. There we go. And then we're going to ink up our leaf, and we're going to do some leaves. I'm looking at the picture. It looks like we're going to do 2 leaves over here. What is on my stamp there? And then we're going to do another one here. And we're going to do one down here. Okay. Now we got this really pretty die. One side's white, one side has color on it. Now what I suggest is using liquid glue on this. I just have like a little shot glass that I keep my glue in pointing down so that the glue is already at the tip. That's a little tip. And we're going to put very faint liquid glue on the bigger pieces of our die. So these leaves are a little bit bigger. The center of the flower is bigger. Over here. This would have been really good to put in an adhesive sheet, like if it was you were die cutting it and you could cut it onto the adhesive sheet, but these were already cut out. So that wouldn't have worked. So this is the only thing that I can think of that would work. I don't know why they gave us tear and tape. I was trying to think, where would the tear and tape go? But see, if I had read the directions, I would have known. So put a little bit here. Okay, now you want to have a pair of tweezers. We do have a set in our embossing kit, but I think they're reverse tweezers. Oh, I feel like I'm got cotton mouth. I am on allergy pills right now because it's been so windy, but goodness gracious, it's been drying me out. All right, I gotta look at this and make sure I'm putting it in the right place. I think it's this way. Okay, matching. It's not going to be perfect, but it's pretty close. That one's off. In liquid glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room. I should have put those down lower, but oh well. Oh well. That's beautiful. And then we're going to put our sentiment on. Now this is a little bit thinner, so I'm going to cut some of these pieces down here and use those. They're thinner. And I don't want to waste them. I use every piece of the Stampin' Dimensional. Get all my money's worth. Alright, that's gonna go. I'm gonna put it a little lower so we don't cover that up. And I think we need another gold bow, don't you think so? I think so. So I'm going a little rogue, just a tad. And then let's decide where we're gonna put. Oh, maybe I'll put one right here. I'll cover up those floating stems. And then here, whoops, and here. Just gives it a little more dimension. Okay, I'm going to make my bow again. Ugh. Okay, tail, 1, 2. All right. They need to bring back this gold trim. I loved it. I used it on so many cards. When you love something, stock up, because they don't keep it forever. All right, put that through. Make that in the center. Whew. So I was saying I am super close to the incentive trip for this year. I'm really hoping that I'm going to get it. I don't know. We need to have 40,000 points, and I am at 30,000. I only need 10,000 more points. So I've got 3 months to get there. I don't know, it's going to be super close, you guys. Super close, but it was kind of like how it was last year. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to get my hopes up. Alright, so now we're going to put some glue dots on this cutie pie. I'm just kind of rolling it on there. Oop, and it made the backing come off. That's okay. Let's go this way. Okay. If you wet the ends, you might be able to get them to be not as wiry. It's kind of like those hairs that stick up on the top of your head. Anybody else have those? The joys of having gray hair. Alright, not going to stress about it. I think that's a lovely card. Okay, so those are the 3 designs that are in this kit. If you missed out on this kit, I do have 4 that are available for sale. So it would be $27 plus shipping for you guys if you're not local. Or you just subscribe so you'll get the next awesome kits that are coming. And where did I put that? Oh, there it is. So, put these to the side. We've got some amazing kits coming. We've got one that's going to be very summery. This one says Farmhouse Florals. So I'm really curious what that's going to be like. And then this one's going to be autumn. And it coordinates with product from the mini catalog. So I'm really excited about that, because that means that I get to do way more with it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. So let me just review. We've got one more week for the Sweet sale, which means sweet collections, or buy one, get one half off, or anything in the Sweet. So it could be a stamp bundle. Buy one stamp bundle from a Sweet, get a second bundle from a Sweet at half off. Buy a ribbon from a Sweet, get a second ribbon half off. Really, really good sale. If you like to scrapbook, we are hosting a virtual scrapbooking retreat where you pay for the event for 3 days plus the product. So that's happening in July, and kits are still available online. And we have last chance products that have been updated, so there are more things that are on clearance. And they are while supplies last, because once they're gone, they're gone. But there are items that are up to 60% off. Brand new stamp sets that are under $10. And then in July, there's going to be a whole slew of new product. So we have online exclusives that are right now available to demonstrators as a pre-order, and as customers you get to order them in July. And I will tell you, there is a Halloween suite, there are Christmas stamps, the one that I showed you that coordinates with this kit is going to be available. There are some amazing products, so that's happening in July. And then in August there will be the holiday mini catalog pre-order for demonstrators, and then it goes live to customers in September. So if you, I don't know about you, but I'm starting my Christmas cards now because it takes me a while to make them. So if you want new product to make your Christmas cards, I would sign up as a demonstrator, get the starter kit. You're going to spend $99, get $125 in product, plus free shipping, plus a free paper pumpkin kit. And then you can order the Christmas stuff a month before everybody else does, plus the autumn stuff. So I don't know about you, but that's a really good deal. You're getting $26 worth of product for free, plus free shipping, plus your future orders you're going to get at 20% off as a demonstrator. So it's a really, really sweet deal. And even if you do it for just a couple months, you're getting a fabulous deal. If that sounds intriguing to you, I would love to talk to you about that. I am always looking for adding people to my team. I would love to help you with your crafting. If you're just not sure about it, ask away the questions, because information is very helpful. You can't make decisions without all the information. But if it's daunting and that's just not your thing, you can stay a customer and pay full price. There's no problem with that. You can pay full price, and you'll just have to wait a little bit longer to get the new stuff. So let me know how I can help you. I would love to help you with any questions that you have. If you have any projects coming up and you need advice on certain things, please let me know. And thanks for watching this video. I am going to download it and put it on my YouTube channel. So you'll want to find me on YouTube if you don't already follow me there. And then it will be here on Facebook for 30 days. All right? Okay, everyone, I hope you have a blessed, wonderful week. I'm going to be doing Vacation Bible School all week, so if you think of me, pray for me, and hopefully it will be a blessing to everyone that is coming. And I hopefully, Lord willing, will get to see you Friday night for another demonstration with brand new products. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'm sorry, have a great week, because the weekend's over. Bye-bye.